I didn't even want to turn that song off, man. I don't even know what it was. Alright, so you're watching SOS. I am Staff Sergeant Badass. There we go. Let's get that out of the way. Alright, so Billy walks in the room. Hey, Staff Sergeant Badass. I run a gun shop. Yes, it's Gun Shop Billy. Hey, Staff Sergeant Badass. We had a woman buy a gun, and it ain't a good idea to put a gun behind your back and hold it back there and carry it that way, because she fell down. She's carrying it that way, and she fell down, and she busted her hip, and that gun went up her butt. Round went off and hit a taco truck 2 blocks down. A poodle caught fire. It was burning and screaming in dog language, and a fire department came and put it out of its misery, and a building burned down and fell, and tacos went all over the street. And yeah, thanks, Billy. We love it when you show up. Dude, I get Recon Billy. I get Special Farce Billy. Special Farces. Anyway. Yes, we're going to talk about the AR-15. Sorry, I'm babbling. Alright. Now, this is just, let me turn my light on. There we go. So you can see what's going on here. Alright, so this is an A3 replica. It is the poor man's version of an AR-15. Now, A3 replica. I wanted iron sights. Alright? All the fundamentals of marksmanship that I've learned, I wasn't going to let it go to waste. Right? So I train and still train with this rifle. And this is one of my favorites. And I want to do a full takedown on it just for you guys. And I'm also going to give you tips and tricks. And I want to talk about ammo and what to use in this particular rifle. The barrel on this one, note, the barrel on this one is a 1 in 7 twist. It is a 20-inch barrel. Alright, just so you guys know. 1 in 7 twist. Anyone who's a gun guy and knows anything about AR-15s knows a 1 in 7 twist. There you go. So you got 1 in 8 twist, 1 in 9 twist, 1 in 10 twist, you're chunking rocks, right? It's just a spit gun. Like your Alexander arms that shoot the 50 Beowulf round. I know you guys have probably heard of the 50 Beowulf. I reload 50 Beowulf from time to time. But 50 Beowulf is, the barrel on it is a 1 in 10 twist, or probably worse. Alright. So I want to show you some tips with the sling. I know some of you guys are probably prior military. Real quick, while I've still got the sling up and on here, I want to show you, so you just bring this up a little bit. Now, you don't have to have it this far down. Tips and tricks. Let's just bring this around here. So the hasty sling. Now the hasty sling, you're just going to bring it around your arm like this. Bring your arm in, just like that, like a little chop, like a hey-ya, just like that. All right, and reach up and grab around here, or you can grab here. So most people will do here, or they'll grab the mag. Tilt it up like this, and there you go. All right, that's just one tip for you guys with the sling, just like that. Okay, and bring your cheek in, just like that. Breathe, relax. You know the whole drill, right? You don't have to get into all that. I mean, it's just like that, just so you know. Now, let's talk about the loop sling. Now, the loop sling's done so many different ways, people might lose track of it. Now, when I do my loop sling, that was the hasty. When I do my loop, now this is a standard military sling. You can get this anywhere. The military hasn't really stopped using it. It's just a lot of hippies show up to the range, and we're allowed to alter our weapons if we want. So you just kind of do that, right? And it moves. See how it moves? Just like that. So it'll kind of choke you out, right? Now, there's different ways you can do it. Sometimes I do this, or sometimes I come in like this, and I just bring this up into my pocket, up into my arm, so I don't want to bring it up so high that it chokes me out. But then you just bring the rifle around. Hang on a second. You can bring it in like this. Or you can bring it around like this. You just bring it down like right about there. Two different ways you can do it. If you're left-handed or right-handed, I'm trying to show both. But you bring this into your arm and hold it tight right here, and it's going to squeeze into your arm. But it's squeezing my arm right now, and it's pretty ridiculous. But it's stable, and it's not moving, right? Another version of that. There's two different ways you can do it. You can do it left-handed or right-handed. I just kind of want to show you one side. Like if you're left, obviously I don't shoot left, so I'm going to go with my right shoulder. But you can bring it over to your left shoulder if you need to. There's different techniques to keeping the rifle stable. That was the loop. The loop's not that cool. I prefer hasty. It's easier. I don't have to disconnect anything, and who's going to do all that trash anyways? That's just for like marksmanship and stuff. Anyway, oh hey, I gotta get this off. So I got a couple more episodes coming up this week. I've got to go to the lake, and I've got to set up some snares, fishing snares. I'm gonna show you guys fishing snares. All right, real quick while I got full view so you can see what I'm doing here. All right, can you see that? I think you can see that. Okay, good. All right. So getting the handguards off, you don't need a handguard tool. All right, it's pretty easy. Get your handguards out of the way. Now, I'm going to talk about all this in a minute, but there's different types of, like, with calibers. You have your 5.56, you have your 223. Now you have like the 223 wild barrel. We know there's better fitment of the chamber, right? The round will fit in the chamber better. Now, if the round fits in the chamber better, it's going to shoot better, right? So if you have a 223 wild barrel, you can shoot 5.56, and it's going to be a lot better coming out of the barrel. It's going to be a lot more accurate because it seats better in the chamber. All right. Now, if you have a wild barrel, they also come in different twists. So if you have a 1-in-7 twist, 20-inch barrel, woo, you're going to have one heck of a shot, right? One heck of a shot. Fleas off a dog's back. All right. Now, that's the wild barrel. Now, you got to look the wild barrel up. Now, if you've got your standard NATO 5.56, you can shoot both out of it. Now, if you've got a 223 barrel and it's just meant for 223, shooting 5.56 is going to be one hell of a challenge, all right? It's not going to happen. And if it does happen, you're going to have some major issues. All right, just so you guys know. Because, the difference between 5.56 and the 223, pressures, all right? Pressures are higher in 5.56 than they are in just 223 ammo. You can buy 223 ammo all day, and it's, different. Just so you know. All right. Now, if you was to take all this off this barrel, you would require a punch. You'd have to punch this out, pull your pins, because this front sight post also works as the gas block. All right. So this front sight post, pull this up here so you can see it. I'm going to move the camera over here in a minute. This front sight post works as your gas block, and the gas travels when it leaves the barrel through the tube all the way back, pushing it back, making it gas operated, right? And to remove all this, you would have to start here first. You'd have to start here first, then remove your collar, your collar retainer, and then once you get your retainer out of the way, then you're going to need an armorer's tool. I'm just showing you just for tips and advice. Armorer's tool, it's got the teeth on it right there, and you've got your teeth right in there, right? Anyway, I'm not doing all that. So, I just want to give you some tips. That's just some advice from me. There you go. But you're going to require some pins, and you're going to have to remove your retainer. All right. Let me bring you around here real quick. Okay, I'm sure you can see that. Let me flip this over. Wow. All right. Now, usually I just put a little bit of pressure on these and just kind of pull them out a little bit. Just give myself enough room so they can be a little stiff if they haven't been beat to death while being in the military. You know, if they've been in the military, if this rifle had been in the military for a long time, it would be so beat to death that these pins would just fly right out. You know what I mean? All right, so I've got a full buttstock, and there's a reason why I wanted a full buttstock. You got to put cool stickers on here, right? But anyway, I would have Hello Kitty, but I don't have one. So I can hit stuff, right? I can bash things to death with that, right? And this is solid steel. Inside here, there's a solid steel buffer tube, and there's a full-length buffer in here for a rifle. If you have a rifle version of the AR-15, this is a rifle version, you have to have a full-length buffer. with the full length buttstock, right? I have a full cleaning kit back here. Look how easy that opens. But it didn't do that in the military, did it? It was like breaking your finger off. But yeah, there's a full cleaning kit inside, so I don't have to worry about my cleaning stuff. Look how easy that closes, right? And this is for my mag. I keep my mag in this, and I put it over the top of that. I usually cover my sticker up so I can show off my bad sticker. Anyway, bad patch. All right, I digress. Here we go. All right, your buffer. Buffer's right in there. Now this is like, you're boring me stuff. Sorry about that. All right, let's get your buffer out. Just gonna show you real quick. Hey, when I get into calibers and stuff, when I get into like cheap ammo talk, you'll like that. Let's just get our spring out of the way. There's your buffer spring. All right, there's your full rifle buffer. Now a carbine is about yay long. Rifle is this long. All right, don't ever try and put one of these in a carbine. Whoa, it doesn't go good. Failure to eject. There we go. All right, anyway, simple stuff here. I'll do a full function check after this. Remind me. Don't let me forget. You're not going to remind me, right? I'm going to have to remind myself. Dang it. I'm the only one doing this video. All right. Now, let's talk about ammo. So, Tull and Wolf and stuff like that, cheaper ammo. You know, I know you guys want to shoot affordable stuff. I got it. And, you know, when people bring me a rifle to fix for them, this is usually why they brought it. And I'm going to explain why. They just don't know. They either don't know or they don't care. You know, the two different types of people in the world, right? So, they either don't know or they don't care. All right. Yes, you can apply it to anything. So say you get a failure to eject or a failure to feed. All right. Now, immediate action drill, right? Immediate action drill. So the first thing you're going to want to do, I'm not going to explain any other options. I just want to tell you this. I want you to know. All right. So you see, it's not fully seated, right? So now all I'm going to do to fully seat that is use my forward assist. Boom. See it move? Boom. Boom. All right. Just give it 3 good hits. Now we know, there we go. One more. See, it had one more in it. See, the reason why is because your extractor, okay? Your extractor, I want to take this out so you can see it and I'll put it back in. Your extractor is right here, okay? Now your extractor is going to fit around the back of the round. And it's going, once it catches, it's going to eject. Now sometimes it might come forward enough just to seat it all together long enough just for the firing pin to maybe go off. Okay, it might actually go off. The firing pin might actually strike, but it's not connected enough for the firing pin to reach the primer, so that it doesn't hit the primer. So now, when you click, no boom, all right, what you're going to want to do is that immediate action drill. All right, immediate action drill. Okay, so it didn't seat onto the brass, so you're going to do your immediate action drill starting now. You're going to bam, 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 and then it's going to seat onto the back of the round now. Now I can eject my round. So I eject my round, boom, it hits the deck, boom, bring it forward, and then you're ready to go. So you've loaded a new round in, old round's on the deck, start shooting again, continue whatever you're doing. Now that round that fell out, take a look at it and see if there's any damages to it. Good chance it probably wasn't even struck by the firing pin. So if it wasn't struck by the firing pin, then there you go. So you can still shoot that round. So go ahead and give it another try. Take a look at it and see what type of round it might be. It might be a mistake. You know, there might be something wrong with it. So compare it to others if you need to. But anyway, and the deal is with, that's an immediate action drill, just so you guys know how to do one. Now, people are like, you're boring me. Don't bore people. All right. So now shooting crappy ammo out of this thing, say Wolf, Tull, whatever. Someone asked me if it damages this, because it's steel. They said there's always a common misconception with people. So now they would say, does it damage the extractor for it being steel because it's steel ammo? Does it damage the extractor and does it damage the chamber? No, it doesn't. And it doesn't affect the extractor at all. You need to make sure you clean your bolt insides out. The inside this pocket here, inside your bolt, you need to clean that out. And the other thing, this is with you running cheap ammo. This is just for cheap ammo only. All right. Make sure you clean the inside of your chamber out a lot. The most common thing is from crap, from rounds getting cooked off, because they coat their ammunition with a type of a slickness so that it stays slick and it goes in there and whatever. They coat it so that it doesn't rust or whatever. But anyway, if it goes in and you keep firing and keep firing and keep firing, and the heat build up in this chamber, and then it cooks off that leftover material inside your chamber. And then eventually it's going to snag around. This get tighter and tighter and tighter until it actually snags and catches around, and it won't eject, right? So you get a failure to eject. Now, I've had one gentleman bring me a rifle to fix just the upper because it was a failure to eject, and the head actually got stuck in the chamber. So when the head got stuck in the chamber, to remove the head from the chamber, he tried doing it himself. He tried doing it with pliers, and he actually ripped the head of it off, the collar, the front neck, the bottleneck of the round into the chamber, and I had to extract it for him. That's just another thing that would happen to me sometimes with people and what they bring me. But that's just another example, extraction, right, of the round. Sometimes it won't happen because you didn't clean it out enough. And it's from shooting like Tull and Wolf and stuff like that, those types of ammo. It's cheaper, it's more affordable. But not only that, but the other thing, the severe damage that it does to the barrel. Now, 223 might be a little different. I don't know with some types of ammo, I don't know what the difference is in like their bullets, because I didn't want to get into bullets in this show. But I could do some research into their bullets and see what's going on there. But I do know it causes damage to the barrel, because no one's really fully cleaning their barrel before they store them back up. Usually it's just failure to clean, and that's the main thing that usually causes these weapon malfunctions. If you're gonna shoot cheap ammo out, make sure to take a break and clean your weapon when you're done. Before you put it away, don't put it off. Go ahead and get it clean, because it can set in there and cause major malfunctions like corrosion. Corrosion gets really bad. Because you got like aluminum and steel already, so you've got aluminum components mixed with steel components, and once all these components are mixed together, you start getting corrosion internally, not externally, so you really won't see it much, but internally it usually happens from the carbon buildup and also with the different types of gunk they put on their rounds, just so you know. A little bit of advice. Okay, hope I didn't bore you. Alright. Yes, I run iron sights because I love iron sights. They're amazing. I can hit targets. This thing will accurately hit 550 meters easy. 550 meters. And that's with this particular setup, the A3 A3 stepchild I made here. Overall length is a little bit lengthy. The weight of it is around a little over 8 pounds. Altogether, fully assembled. And we all know, I'll get into magazines here in a minute, but that's with area targets. Like there's different types of targets. There's point targets, point target 550 meters, and then an area target, which is area, right? The area within the area, 800. Now. It is suggested that it's area. Okay. Sometimes I take notes so I can explain this stuff a little bit better. Alright. Let's get our bolt taken apart. Usually I can use a tool or whatnot, but I gotta remove that. And then pop my firing pin out. And I just bring this guy over and flip this guy around. Sometimes I just slide it forward so I can turn it better. So I can extract it. Usually you can just do all this by hand, but that's pretty much it. And this is, basically just like you got your AKs and you got your AR. Like I said before, the AK-47 is a hatchet, and this is more of a scalpel, because your maximum effective range on a point target at 550 meters. Now, your maximum effective range at a point target with an AK is about 300 meters, or a little bit more, just a little bit more. So there is a major difference. And the reason why I call the AK the hatchet is because the round's a lot bigger. Don't get me started on blackout and stuff like that. Your 300 blackout and your 7.62 shot out of this and stuff. It's just, I use the KISS method. This is going to save your life. You'll be just fine with this. You don't have to go Joe Dirt with it. Putting syrup on, I'll go ahead and say it. Putting syrup on shit don't make it pancakes. Alright, folks? I'm just saying. Churching it up and trying to make it look cool, it's not going to be any better. I'm going to tell you right now. You can say what you want, but I guarantee you, in just basic marksmanship, I could take this to the range and spank pretty much anybody with their fancy pants rifle. I'm just saying. And if I hurt anyone's feelings, I'm not sorry. That's just the way it is. Alright guys, gals, let's put this back together. If you're still watching. Alright, so your extractor is going to go over to the right. So you just turn it around till you see your extractors over that way. And once it's in that position, just kind of slightly give it a little pull forward. And then this should go right back in. Alright, then you're going to give it a turn, because your firing pin's got to go in. I usually bring it forward at this point. And then I want to show you one more thing that Billy has done. One guy brought me a rifle that was really funny. Once I saw what he had done, I was just laughing. I wasn't like making fun of him, okay? It was just really funny. To me, anyway. Alright, so at this point, you can see that's what it's supposed to look like. Now, Billy did this. Billy brought me a rifle. And it looked like that, right? But it didn't look like that, but that's how he put it in. Now, he went ahead and he could put his pin in. Everything went in just fine, right? And he could even still, do a quick check of it like that before he put it in his rifle. But then he put it in and he went to shoot and nothing happened. And he heard this. I just dropped it on the floor. Anyways, but so his firing pin had fell out. And it was a pain in the butt to get his upper removed, because once you do that, you can't get the upper to remove, because this won't let you, once this is out of play, it butts back there in the back and it won't allow you to, because basically it got hung up in all of his trigger parts. So his trigger parts wouldn't let, because it was stuck down in his trigger. You could see it from like the bottom of the rifle that it was dangling around inside there. Oh man. But anyways, that happened once. So that was from a guy needed me to fix that, and it was real quick. It didn't take me long, a couple of minutes. But yeah, I don't charge a lot for stuff like that. Sometimes I get some weird stuff. I don't rip people off or anything like that. Some jobs I just do. I'll be in the parking lot at the church and somebody will bring something over to me. Hey, can you look at this? And I'll look at it for them real quick and I'll just fix it. Do I owe you anything? No. And then they'll bring me some cookies or something later. Alright. You put that all together. And when you do your check of that bolt, real quick before I go slamming all this back together, do the check of that bolt just to make sure, do that number, right? Then you don't end up with that problem. Weapon failure, you don't want that, right? Anyway, just like that. I usually close my ejection port cover at this point. Slide my spring back in. Well, I hope I showed you something. I mean, there ain't a lot I can cover with AR-15s, because everybody about knows everything about, bring this up real quick. Everybody about knows everything about an AR-15, so there ain't a lot that I can show anybody, right? But you can always show somebody something new, and you can't have the ego. No egos, guys. So if you got the ego and you won't let anybody teach you anything new, then how are you going to survive? I'm not going to survive like that. Alright. Bring it back down. Can't have that ego. The ego will get in the way of your learning experience, right? Some people get mad, thinking I'm trying to say I know more. It's not that I know more. I'm just trying to show you something. That's why you're watching my channel and not the cat show. You could be watching a show about cats, kittens. And you probably were looking for kittens and you got AR-15. There you go. All right. Now, oh, wait. Mags. All right. This magazine weighs 1.1 more ounces than this. All right. Let me get my... Get over here. Okay, this is my sheet. Now, this magazine weighs 3. This is a GI mag, US GI, aluminum, 3.8 ounce. This one, the Magpul mag, weighs 4.9 ounces. There's 1.1 ounce difference, and everyone knows that pounds or grams equals pounds equals pain, right? Just so you guys know when you're putting together your kits and stuff. Hey, high capacity magazine, it's going to get heavier. But we do know this one's 1 1 ounce lighter, right? So, but we know the price difference. Like the Magpul mag is like 14 bucks, and then, or 19. I mean, it just depends on where you're buying it from. But that would be like 14 bucks, and this would be like the same price for, but you would get like 10 of them, right? So it just depends on where you buy these from. You can get them pretty cheap. Still 30 rounds, and they still work great. I mean, I ain't got no problems with them. I've had this one for a long time, so it's another option for you. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. That was just my little AR-15 thing. I hope I gave you some tips and tricks and ideas and some knowledge. If you got anything that's questionable on it, just Google, man. I don't know. Google it up. Try and figure it out for yourself. But anyway, comment below if you got anything to say. Nothing negative. No billies. All right, I'm going to leave you with an extra. Hey, you watching SOS? I'm Staff Sergeant Badass. Have a great day. Take it easy.